Hello, my loves. This is Gemma with your May new moon reading. First things before I get into this reading, I started a Patreon page to better serve those of you that would like to follow Svara Yoga, which is a practice that works with the moon's specific placement to embody or empower actions, to customize rituals, and also to deepen your cosmic and spiritual connection and understanding of elements and energies within each day based on the moon. So I've included that link below. Go ahead and check that out if you'd like. I do a lot of different practices, but you can also get the daily energies there. And as always, my website is listed in the description below if you'd like to book a reading, either an Vedic Astrology reading, which focuses on the cosmic energies, alchemical energies within each individual person, your own astrology reading, which is more spiritual and esoteric base, or a fixed star reading. Feel free to book below, and as always, follow me on Instagram for other great content. Okay, let's get into it. I'm really excited because this is a great moon. Aren't they all? Okay, so this new moon will create a shift in desires, and it asks for clarity. I really want to emphasize that this moon is closing and also beginning a soul cycle. And so a lot of these energies are going to pivot and prepare the psyche and the individual for Saturn and Mercury retrograde at the end of this month, which are really going to shift, again, pranic energy, which is life force, but also the veil of reality and what is being communicated within the mind in our world. So expect worldly shifts coming for you at the end of this month. All good juju, of course. Life is what we make of it. Cosmos doesn't happen to us. We happen to the cosmos. This moon is going to shift life in the way it moves through you. The moon goes into apogee at an archetypal point on the 11th. Apogee is just essentially when she goes into her peak new moonness. She will carry forward 4 archetypal positions from Venus, Sun, Mars, in addition to her own. That means that these specific planets are at unique degrees within the zodiac belt or the cosmic wheel that emphasize and strengthen specific archetypal energy. It means that the energy coming through to those planets are pure and potent. This is a strong moon, and her message will carry much into our external world. The last full moon marked go time. It's a lot of forward-moving energies with forward surge of energy. This lunation is about refinement, and it's going to show what we want isn't always what serves. It's important to see that the chase isn't fruitful, but the dance is what is fulfilling. The planetary energies will shake up inner creation, inner realization of creative powers, and yes, shake away the chase. Be mindful of your play in the worldly. The moon will highlight disillusionment, wasted energy, and for many of you, it will lead you to fulfillment by the way of dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction being the causation to pivot you to what really matters most. Let's start with the planetary players in the background. Mercury will retrograde at the end of this month and is currently sitting in conjunction with Rahu, the North Node, and Venus has entered Taurus. Mercury is moving quickly and also communicating that life and what you desire is moving just as quickly. Stay on your heels. All that glitters isn't gold. His job here is to aid in relaying desires, communicate soul's intentions, and ensure that Venus is birthing what is worthy. If things get lost in translation, let it go. You will have an opportunity to see real intentions of others. People will show you, and situations are showing their truth. The BS meter is strong. I really want to note, it is not a point for you to hold yourself away from it. Remember, everything that you experience, you draw unto you. This is not a point of passing judgment. It's simply a reflection point to see where hidden aspects and hidden expectations and desires are misaligned.
So if you are if you're not in accordance with what is being reflected to you, that is simply a mirror to check what is within you. Love through it all. That's all I can say. Use this openness from others and situations to get clear on what you want. This moon is all about clarity. If you don't like what's being presented to you, go within and ask what you are communicating that is not in line with your goals. This is really what Mercury is going to show. This point within the cosmos is changing the subjective and objective reality. Now, we have a few of these shifts each year, and it's a part of personal evolutionary alignment, and it shifts the way we see and the way we become. So that's nothing to worry about. But this one is going to shift because it's working in conjunction with Saturn. So this moon is helping work on our worldly perceptions and engagement. This one is working on how manifestations and dreams are being created. Mercury's swift movement and exposure of guys will aid you in working with the upcoming retrogrades at the end of this month. Remember to hold reality lightly. Things are not as they completely seem. This moon is prepping for a worldly flip. How and why you think things come together or the way that they seem are shifting. But don't worry. All is working out for you. This energy is really expediting dream fulfillment and personal alignment onto the next level. Again, this moon marks the end and the beginning of a soul cycle. Mercurial communication is pivoting the created reality of the quote-unquote world, your world. The moon will allow the conduit of divine reception to be stronger. What lies hidden will be revealed. This can be deep within the conscious mind, a severing that allows new ways of receiving divine impulse. Directive, all of this is shifting, and the moon is helping facilitate this. Many will work to create new methods of nurturing divine energies. This lunar placement emphasizes the powers of manifestation. The moon will come into a pinnacle point of feminine energy, and I'm talking about like Shakti, feminine manifesting energy. Divine energy will be primed for creative realities. This will especially highlight stability and foundations. The wealth and manifestation, this is what we are birthing from within. As Venus is in her own house of Taurus, in the Nakshatra lunar mansion of Kritika, she is both the empress with energy of drawing unto her, but she's also really emphasizing a lot of Queen of Swords energy. She's cutting away the BS to sever and to better serve her feminine creation and experience. This is asking you to sit on your throne and draw unto you. You have to be the embodiment and realization, and then cut away what is not in alignment with that realization. This point is how the soul is creating. The aspect within the sun is indicating the end of a soul journey. It's the time to move from inspiration. Let me just note, we have had this Venus and Sun conjunction for many months. Remember, it was in Pisces, and they were tight. And it was really revealing a lot of what needed to come through on a deeper level, and not the personification or what the external beautification or creation was. And then it moved into Aries, and we had this tight conjunction on how we are initiating from that place. Now that Venus has moved into Taurus, she's created more space, and she's left this conjunction with the sun. Now it's time to bring all of that inner soul creative wisdom forward. So that's what's beginning to pull and move forward. How are we stabilizing this? How are we bringing the soul's creative desires, not from the external, but from the internal? And how are we solidifying that in this next soul journey? This is really, really going to heavily support manifestation. This point is heavily working with polarizing energies through manifestation. So I want to know, part of the archetypal energies that are occurring is a polarizing energy. So it's polarizing positive and negative forces. And these, remember, positive and negative forces are imperative and feminine, masculine for creation. So these are really drawing heavy magnetization towards you for greater manifestation, and the attraction and repulsion forces are going to be very quick. So all in all, everything is attraction. Whatever you are is going to attract to you, and whatever you aren't won't be attracted to you, thusly is repulsed, right? So clarity and removal of unwanted expectations are imperative. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you leave from anything from this reading, it's get clear on what you want, where you're going, and how you are embodying that. Then everything else will follow suit. This energy is electrifying and magnetizing. The power to draw unto you is so strong. When you get clear on what you are recreating, what you are creating, what you are wanting, and what you are giving birth to and attracting, this will help. And equally, this moon will work with this new reality. So get clear on that, and then the moon will help bring that into fruition within the multiple mental and emotional bodies. Beliefs and wants and inner realities are being reflected and magnetized in real time. Pay attention. Reality isn't what it seems, it's just what we make of it. Do not pass judgment. Just pivot if something isn't feel resonant. Remember, it will naturally fall away. Pivot as needed. Cut away desires that are not in alignment with your highest goals. This will draw new energy towards creative forces of what you do want. Remember, this energy is strong in creation. It is working to hone in on how energy is being distributed, especially eliminating aspects of over-distribution to what isn't serving you. Define, refine, and attract. These are the forces at play. This will bring more cosmic life force to what you are seeking. Energy will fructify only what is in alignment. Expect miracles and blessings. Let me say that again. Expect miracles and blessings. Do not hold on to what moves out of your life. Stay faithful as the aspects of life and self transition. Desires are evolving, and this juncture will look different by the next new moon. Logic cannot be trusted. Don't try to think your way through attachment or attainment. Allow it to flow. Magnetic energy is strong at this lunation, and this will help that flow. What is in accordance will be drawn unto you. Venus, again, as she breaks away from her tight conjunction with the sun, she is showing lessons of self-love and love of personal creation. When you get clear, fall in love with the journey and the process. The moon is in conjunction with the sun in Aries, but they sit at different lunar mansions. This will work to soothe the ending of the soul evolution and create a new fertile ground for this next round of inner creation. It marks more wholeness to be embodied. This is the light and the fire of transformative wisdom. I really want to emphasize the sun's unique placement here at this archetype is Agni. So in Sanskrit, that is fire and transformative fire. So not only is fire illuminating and it guides our way, but it also breaks away the dross and creates a different type of transformation. This is going to be a transformation that is going to help in terms of wisdom. And again, lighting the way. It is when we lead the self into radical changes and into radical achievement from the soul level. This is really what is being illuminated. Boundaries and clarity are heavily emphasized from the soul level. Know what you want so you won't settle for what you don't want. And if anything reflected unto you isn't what you want, have clarity to go within and change. Remember, personal transformation, transformative fire. Change your personal expectation or belief to realign and then watch it manifest in front of you, magnetizing energy. This point will highlight the central and invisible principles. What is awakening deep within and latent potentials and the light of them in application will begin to come forward. So your latent potentials, again, this Venus, Venusian, and Sun energy, they were together And it was really bringing forward your ability to create from within. So now these latent potentials are being shown. Okay, how am I bringing this forward? How is this new me, this new becoming, moving forward into the light of which I bring into this world? This will really aid in the clarity of your higher desires and to align your boundaries through personal embodiment. So the embodiment of that which you seek, your personal vision, the embodiment of that, that's what's beginning to come aligned. The Sol and Venus sit in the same lunar mansion. This is creating a dance with creative potential. I really want to note that we really truly as a collective have already pivoted into a new awakening. Now this is continuing. This month is going to shift how you embrace your awakening. The Sun and Venus sit in the same lunar mansion, and with this position in the lunar mansion of Kritika, it's creating a dance of creative potential. The moon is bringing divine light and creative powers, and then the Sun and Venus, even though they're not conjunct in the same sign, they're in the same lunar house. They're creating more of this magnetizing energy. This is going to shift. The creative potentials and creative powers are shifting in environment. They're shifting opportunities. They're shifting definitions of stability within one's own potential. So how are you owning your potential? And some of you may be challenged, not everyone, but some of you may be challenged to awaken your power of creation and how you are using your inner power of awareness. For everyone, it is a point where we stop serving the external and we begin to move forward again in the internal from an embodiment. It is a highly charged, active lunation. This moon will be purifying by fire, burning away points and aspects that are causing confusion and dissipating your personal pranic energy. Anything from a social point that is distracting, misaligned, or from the soul's perspective will be removed. It's intended to redirect your energy to the higher ideals of creation and the soul's intention. It's all the more reason to get clear. Do not create additional confrontation. Don't add meaning, don't add sentiment, don't add attachment. Everything is settling to serve you and aligning for you to rise. Moderate your energy distribution and be mindful of what you give your attention to. Then surrender the rest and enjoy your unveiling. Sending you all so much love and many blessings on this new moon. If you'd like for more supportive content, check out the link below called Cosmic Sync. I have a new moon meditation. Also, you can check that out on this YouTube channel as well. Lots and lots of love, and see you for the next new moon and the next full moon. Ciao.